Welcome to episode number 2 of Thriftstoria. Tonight we're going to be discussing Militaria and fake Militaria and real Militaria. And this is my husband's subject, so he'll be discussing his finds with you this evening. So what do we have in front of us?
Well, what I found was a Averix Royal Air Force reproduction jacket. Averix stopped making these a few years ago, and now there's another company, I think it's Cockpit, that took over. But that's all that Averix used to do, were military replica jackets. And this is a Royal Air Force jacket. The patches I had added on later. These are original RAF patches. This is an American, and this, of course, is a newer patch. The outside is sheep's skin, and on the inside, of course, is the sheep's wool. The RAF jacket is different from an American bomber jacket in that these wrists unzip.
All right. And can you tell us where you found this coat?
A friend of mine has a thrift store, and he cut me a fantastic deal. Probably because he didn't realize what it was worth.
Why don't we give a plug to our fine thrift store friend?
Our friend owns Land of the Lost here in Chicago. So he cut me a fantastic deal. And it's funny, too, because I had been looking for a decent bomber. And I had bought a bomber jacket before that, and quickly realized why I had found it in the thrift store. A dog had urinated on it, I guess.
But you should share how you discovered it.
I was sitting on the bus and I thought, what is that stench of urine? Well, it's the bomber jacket.
No, but you accused your fellow bus riders.
Yeah.
And
but this is not...
Share that this, in fact, is not the only time that you have noticed such a smell.
That's for another show. But this one was in great shape for being almost 20 years old. There really was no problems with it. And this is made to specification as well.
No, what did you have to do to the leather? You also spent hours of time. You should have been house cleaning, doing what?
Oh, just treating the leather and things like that. You have anything that's, especially sheepskin, you really have to put mink oil on it and things like that.
Because it was in rough shape.
It was in pretty rough shape, yeah. I mean, I had to do some repairs, but really not that many. And it's supposed to be beat up anyway. Excuse me, my cat's attacking my things.
Okay.
Here's the back.
All right. We're going to move on to the next item.
And I have another Averix reproduction I found.
And in the meantime, why don't we share that original story of the first time that you noticed the scent of urine?
It was when I was on the bus.
Oh no, the other time.
Oh, I was in a college class, and once again I thought, what's the smell of urine? It was the sweater I was wearing because my cat had leaked on it.
Wasn't that your Freddy Krueger sweater too?
Yeah, it was a nice Freddy Krueger striped sweater. I don't even know why I was wearing it. Back in those days, I really didn't care what I wore, just as long as it covered everything.
And apparently you managed to get dressed and walk all the way to class and not notice that you were indeed smelling of urine.
Nope.
Did other people in the class notice the scent?
I'm sure they did.
Very nice.
That's probably why no one spoke to me.
Yes. All right. Well, what's up next? We're going to have an indecent dummy up here next. We really need to get some... Please, we need to put a bar up here. Okay. What are we looking at?
Okay, here? This is another Averix reproduction jacket, but this is the A2 Army Air Force jacket. These were issued in the 40s. It's made out of goat skin, and once again, it's, like I said, Averix, and it's made to specifications. These pockets open here for maps and things like that. There are no hand warmer pockets or anything. And what Averix did was, they did two things. One thing I can't stand is on the inside of the lining, they'll put small airplanes and Avirex all over the place. But these reproductions, Avirex is only up here in the label. So if you were to sell this, it would be worth more because it actually is to the specifications of the military contract. In the beginning, they had to get permission to make copies of all this stuff.
Okay. And tell them about the patches that you found. And give
you box there. And I was going through them, and I actually thought they were the real thing, but what they were actually off of an Avirex reproduction jacket.
And what's
this is a naval squadron jacket. This is called a Burma patch. It's when the Army in the air.
It is. It just.
It's when the Army in.
It just goes.
When the Army Air Corps was in Burma. That's the squadron patch, naval. And usually these will have on the back what's called a blood chit. And it's about this square, and what it is it lists the amount of Japanese that you shot down during the war. These, now if this was real, or if that other reproduction jacket were real, you're looking at over $1,000 each. Probably more, depending on the condition.
Okay, and what are we going to be moving on to next?
Our next thing. Now we're going into a couple of authentic things that I have found a while ago. Now, of course, I know what it is. It's a gun holster. I actually thought it was from World War II. And once I finally got around to looking, I discovered that it's actually from 1911, from World War I. And it is a .45 holster. And it's made by a company called S&K. And what was amazing about this is that, of course, when you fire a gun and you stick it in a leather holster, you're going to smell the gun smoke. And you can smell gun smoke in this still. So you can even see the oxidation, too, around the copper.
And how much did you find them selling for?
I found these selling for $175.
And how much did you purchase it for?
$9.
Okay, let's move on. And we have, what? Something that you did purchase off of eBay, I believe, for a birthday gift.
Yes. These, of course, are flight pants.
These are World War II, correct?
Right, from the Army Air Forces. This is before there was an Air Force. And you can see their sheepskin pants.
And they have a little emblem. I don't know if you can see
this
it.
Is the Army Air Forces emblem. You can see.
I think you get closer.
No, you can see that, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It has pockets.
It has pockets for
pockets,
maps.
Zip legs.
It zips all the way up on the sides. It had the suspenders with them. Kind of brittle in spots, but overall these were in pretty good condition and a really good price off eBay. And
how much did you pay for them?
I only paid $40. I paid $40 for these. And again, when I got these, I was trying to figure out what the smell was, and I realized that it's exhaust, and I'm not kidding, from an airplane. So this guy had these in the war, rolled them up, put them in a chest somewhere.
Okay.
And they were never cleaned.
Let's go on to the final item, which is what? Our navy wool suit.
Came with the pants.
Yep. Oh, and the great string, the tie in the back.
Oh, and this is wonderful, especially for a man's pant.
Well, I guess
laces up the back.
If you're Cracker Jack.
Yeah.
It's kind of cute.
If you're.
I like to wear it.
Yeah.
It fits me. It's really cute. It fits me. It's
a tiny suit, but and this is cool too. Look at the back. This is what I like about it.
Yeah. It's quite amazing.
And actually, for it being 100% wool, there's no moth damage at all.
Yes, which is astounding.
This was $9.
Make sure we put that back in the plastic. Okay, sum up, we had 2 bomber jackets today, a pair of real flight pants, a holster from World War I, and a Navy suit from World War